Right, we are back, and it's your boy Rizzy, and we are with Albert again.
Ini ndadzoka mukomana wekuramba vana po ende nhasi ndini host
Extended version.
Extended version. I'm gonna do my EP and the extended version. Yeah.
EP.
Guys, I just want to tell you, Guti, I no longer do such things. These days, I just keep my opinion to myself. Next to most people are dum-dums. That they would never really take your advice. So I now keep my opinions to myself, bro.
No, you know what? You have to put out your opinions to the world.
Why? Why should they do that? Amana dambo kudzai one thing chandoziva inini.
Yeah.
Personally. Vanhu vakawanda handiti ndakupa example yema New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
New Year's resolutions are socially acceptable lies that you tell yourselves. You understand? Only to find yourselves back to the same old routine that you were doing a week ago. You understand? I'm going to change your New Year's resolution. Are you trying to tell me that you're going to change your behavior just because they try to change your calendar guys are 5 instead you get 4? Tamchita zuma fun is the life card.
But like all about New Year's resolutions in Emaka. I vowed this year I will never masturbate. A week later, I was like,
right, I just want to say this and it. I have a very young person in the audience, so I'm gonna say it in English that she can't understand, right? Masturbation cannot be left behind red zungu. Musada kuita ukezona ona uchiona zvona makomenzo nandare putsek ukaona mukomana wese anotaurira nanzi hey nandidaika une nhema iwe
uchiri kuita
unonyepa
iwe
even vanhu vanovakadzi chero vanhu vanovakadzi vakanaka zoridzi gupi tikuziva kuti sometimes munombougwina mutsipa.
Do you know the cause of that guy? Some people say hey it's demons. No, pane pamwe paunoona kuti panapa ka munhu wangu ari kure. I need
what
to...
is better? Alright, kana iri nyaya yemademon handiti, what is better doing that or going to sleep nemunhu ane mamhepo 15,000 akapiwa nana tete mai Ignatius vasati vafa wotonga kuona komadhiro achatoiteka panapa papa handiti what is better? And I think that is better because chero katora kuda unokecha unongobuda mari handiti hapana ukaona munhu anokecha ane kombi kamunhu amheno kuti anoita sei uchatodrive mota kuenda ikoko o uchanotsvaka some means of transport yekuti unokecha wodzokera wobhadhara wodzosera futi munhu kwawamutora. Handiziva kuti munozvita seiwo kwenyu but kwedu isusu hatiwanzoite sei kundiani kwari kundifonera ndo zvatisikadi mira dai phone haina ipodcast ati hello
but you know what
hello
atidi kunyeka
zviri kufamba here sorry ndiani no uri kuita sei madzokere ndiripo asi madzokera aiwa correct chibaba arika ndikumborekodha podcast mira ndokusitekitira paWhatsApp.
Shit, magetsi enda akadzoka
saka tafa pai
atina kufa. Triple. Anyway, let's go. So
right.
Touchdown, and I realized that the statistics of people who masturbate is mostly girls than men. Of which men we do it when it's necessary.
When it's necessary. Pane kuona kuti chero concentration apa andina. I need to release something.
It's a matter of life and death ipapo. Ukaona watu ukatoregeza ipapo ulova bakola.
Unova pane pakashata guys ndakudzai. These things I've talked about them. I was once the director of the Desbo Trust and it's a charity organization. So what happens is with these kinds of things we used to talk to young people and then young people I think takamboenda kune
I think make yadzikira pasasi.
Okay.
The decibels, the decibels.
Tapinda kuma decibels. All right. So the thing is when I thought they are struggling with masturbation, right? Then I had to tell them that hakuna children is struggling. And this walk to wakagara pane vanhu voita zvauri kuita ndo yatinoti struggling. But kana uchitiwa kana ka 2 per week.
Yeah. Do you not imagine, all right, you've got to go, you see every weekend. That's 2 days. Mama desire, what if pressure ikakukundira?
Unoita sei? Especially
my video call. some might say
mavideo call plus amana patiktok pane vanhu vari 6 amana ngatitaure chokwadi.
not even TikTok church ambona mudresero
naked concentrate in church unozoti ndakambofunga kuti maybe ndine madhimoni because ndechikufunga kuti uyo ane nyasha uyo ndechitoona kuti aiwa guys munhu wepresent worship uyo ane nyasha
and they show it in church
and they show unakadress kakapfeka. There's this someone on like DM kuchurch so asati andireply yake but akandireply chedeka mahora
noto
guys church ipi yakadaro kana ndimniwo ngatitaure chokwadi aiwa pane zvimwe.
You know what? On to some serious issues. Serious. So, Nas, I read a story. Yangekanzi, popular Blawayo businessman, kills himself close to the house here, Mskanawacho.
Okay. Yeah.
Kills himself, suicide.
All right. As we are up, doesn't uye baby.
What do you think happened?
Yeah, chinhu chandogoradzisa nje kuti vakomana ovarume vanorwadziwa kudarika vakadzi if something happens chekuti maybe wachitwa especially if there was sex involved in the cheating. We all know hakuna murume angati haina ndabasa nazvo chichi une nhema kana uchita unabasa nazvo. And I think it's becoming a phenomenon and I think men need to really improve on that, especially on their mental health, because guys we are 8 billion or 9 in the world and almost 6 billion are women. You can't kill yourself because of a woman. I know when I'm saying this sounds like a cliche or what makes you think that I know these situations and scenarios and how men invest in women. This is the reason why I sometimes say shit or trash about women. People think that how bet hates women. I don't hate women. It's weird for someone to say I hate women. That's wrong because the twin and the twin is a girl. So how would I hate women? And I was literally born with a girl at the same time. But I think men need to take care of themselves mentally. You understand? You can't kill yourself for a woman. Kana zvanetsa iri ropedza iri kana mazogara iri kana zvanetsa uya tikutengere doro wotudza chichaitika nditi maproblems anonasaenda deiroro but chimboya deiro because this is a very serious issue. You know, men killing themselves because of women is degrading. You understand?
To men.
It's degrading to men because let me tell you something. Varume, it's in our nature kufeva kana kuhura. Let me tell you something. Tell me one person in the Bible wakanzwa iwewe kuti anga ane mukadzi one chete zvikatoita chichi. Yes, variko, but there are very few. But the main figures who are in the Bible, vatoti zvibaba zvemubhaibheri vana handisi kuda kuti King Solomon because munhu achaenda ikoko Noah chaiye handiti akavaka ngarava handiti kozita that anzani mugangster wokuda unotira kuuraya mwana wake uya akazonzi anzani Abraham. Is it Abraham? Handiti mwana uya akamuita na maid handiti aiwazve guys mirai akapiwa mukadzi wakanga asingakwanisi kuita vana akapiwa maid kuti arara naye kuti aite mwana. Ndikuziva zvandikutaura kana ndikukanganisa mazita that situation happened in the Bible. Saka zvekutoranze murume but ndiudze one mukadzi one mubhaibheri ainzi ari kuhura anoita zvakati navarume handiti ndiJezebel akaitwa sei akakandwa neprofeti handiti panze pemudhuri akaurayiwa because hazviite kuti uite zvinhu zvakadaro. Ndo masikiro akatoita varume.
But you know what, like this world is changing. Women are now taking over. It's no longer like a man's world. It's a woman's world because we're giving them too much power.
Yeah, ipapo I don't know, but what I would like to think is it's not necessarily a woman's world. Personally, what I think is this, Anita. For women, women say the world. Yeah, I know. Women say they need to be empowered, or they say that men have got a better advantage, blah blah blah. But let's look at the statistics, the most people who die in wars are men. The most people who are incarcerated are men. The most people who suffer extreme violence, especially gun violence and what, they are men. The most people who face convictions or political problems political but are men. You understand? So yes, it might be a men's sword in quotes but tell me one thing chakaitwa nemukadzi that they invented and made them a billionaire. Nothing. You understand?
They invented money getting.
What is that? What's money getting?
Exactly. Is $1 billion industry.
The day Bill Gates Pakarambana and Melinda Gates, your net worth went up 200%. She was given my shares in Mexico, Coca-Cola Mexico, I remember, and $100 million instantly. You understand? There is no woman who made herself a billionaire by something that she herself has invented.
Yeah.
You understand? It's all invent. Even in Mabasa, most women say they want equality, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine. And it. To what cheat am I do the bin? And it. Aladi quit am I do the bin? And it. To what right? Cheat I cheat them not dig a trench LTE. They don't want. And it. To what cheat? They only want equality when it suits them. You understand? That's the reason why sometimes I tell you. Hey, I'm not saying to all women because I know people are gonna come through there and say so blah blah. I'm just saying sometimes the things that they want, they already have it. And
on that note, let's take a ad break. Mm-hmm. Let's take a ad break. A Black Label ad break. We need to eat some sips in it.
Big shout out to Black Label.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So not to force people to say it's too narcissist and we hate women.
We are not narcissist.
We need to. Oh, we were talking about suicide, and so we're past that thing.
Very sensitive issue.
What do you think kuti munhu angazopedzisira commit suicide? Is it something chiri spiritual, or is it something chekuti someone in your bloodline might have done it? So mhepo dzacho dzokutevera.
I don't know. I can speak for suicide per se in all aspects, but when it relates to women, I think you know, when someone cheats on you and you've invested a lot in them. You said the headline was a businessman, right?
Yeah.
In Blower.
I think
by the nature of that, the businessman might have invested a lot in this woman. But you need to understand something about women that I understood a long time ago.
Yeah.
If a man can sacrifice his life, right, for his family, you understand?
Yeah.
But a woman can sacrifice her family for her feelings. You get the point? Do you get the point?
Yeah, I get it.
Right? Women can destroy their family or their marriage because they feel like the spark is gone, so I need to sleep with Ningi. Not knowing that if you're a married woman and you sleep with someone, right?
Yeah.
You have automatically cheated on your husband, your children, your mother, your father. You have created a whole scenario that is so bad you can't even imagine it. That is why I think personally women are loyal to their feelings, not nothing else. The reason why people break up, it's usually for women something to do with their feelings. Oh, you are no longer talking to me. I feel this. Oh, I feel that.
I was going to
attention. Well, I always tell my twin sister to go you can talk to him 24/7. Right then. Because married time you talk about madiri. Can I kumbonetswa nepolice? Ari kuwana kupi? Kana achita basi rekungotaura newo 24/7. Time you ari kuwana kupi?
Kokanari rich on.
Listen, I've got this bamnin of mine. I'm not going to say his name, but he's very rich. You understand? Even him, he doesn't respond to messages. But we are talking about someone who is ultra wealthy. You understand? Of course, whenever I give a message, he has a policy that is my money, not theirs. So they can respond. But we're saying with him personally, you won't respond to you. So I'm not respond after 72 hours. We can send a message. So if Elon Musk has no time to respond to people, and what makes you think kuti mufesi wako iwewo zvako vana Albert vanenge vachito driver mota ameno yakaita sei 24/7 ipepo wadi epo uripi uda kuya padeni uya hamba kuudza kuti ndiri busy time yekutsvaka mari ari kuiwana kupi munhu iyeye ndozvisingazvisise nevakomana nevasikana hausi kunditaura neni and they probably think kuti kana usiri kutotaura newe pane mumwe musikana wauri kutaura naye. What kind of thinking is that? That's weird. Who raised you? We need to look into your father's lineage to find out right. There's something seriously wrong with the way that you are thinking. And women tend to crucify their current partners for the mistake that their the partners they had before
might have
done to them. And munhu anenge atoti ndine trauma, I cannot fix someone I didn't break. That's my rule. If you're coming to a relationship, fix your shit before you come in a relationship. People like saying to Hansa, no one likes bullshit. How can you say ndozvandiri? What do you mean ndozvauri? Are you trying to say you can change your shit behavior because mukomana wangu akandichita because pandaisataura naye aitotaura nevamwe vasikana? What? So inini ndakutofira izvozvo.
But Albert, can I ask a question? You know, I'm a student of Shadaya. I like Shadaya, Andika. But sometimes, I'm not saying it's wrong. Shadaya is never wrong in my eyes. Women don't understand Kuti. As it's not like we're talking bad about women. We are stating our concerns about women. They take that as hate for women. They take that as who raised you. They take that as
we really I know kuti pane richatokomenta ipapapa usati wakomenta putsek ndakugara ndazvitaura pane richatouya robva rati who raised you, who raised you. We really need to look at who raised our partners. Some of the problems that we have and that our partners have is a direct cause of what their fathers did to them. You understand? I've had the most unfortunate thing of dating girls who only have daddy issues in my whole life. I think I only dated 2 people who had their father present and it was nice, jelly. But most people who I've dated in my life have serious daddy issues. Either the father was not there or the father married someone else and left their mother. And you can see the projection. And I'll always say this. People think this is a lie, but I'll always say this. Guys, a woman who was raised without a father figure or their father present is very difficult to date or marry.
And dangerous.
And very dangerous. They don't recognize
do
male
not,
authority.
They do not authority.
Male authority.
Do you know?
They don't have respect. That's their number one problem.
Do you know what? I get that, and it's not their fault. It's the fault of the mothers.
Can I help you? It's not your fault kuskawa 18. Once you're 18, fix your fucking shit. You understand? It's not your fault. Not 18 years. It's nice because you're a child. Your mother was supposed to. The moment you reach 19 years old and you're still telling me about idiotic, go to therapy. And go to therapy, drink beer, or I don't care what you do. Don't come with 30 years old and still tell us about dead issues. You think we don't have issues? They stopped being issues and started being a problem when we turned 20. You had a problem. Because yes, I understand that something happened in your family. You were not, because most people, we were raised, unless we were raised in a family that was grounded in surviving. There was no love. I followed this TikTok of this guy, Anofonera, Anoti, to phone I love you. And I love you too back.
That's the African thing.
The fathers, Pasho only one per episode is there to say good. I love you too. You understand? Most fathers are shocked if you tell them that I love you. What is it? They don't even, and it's not even an African thing. It's a cultural thing. It's their father. Their father raised them thinking it's wrong for you to tell your father that I love you. And their father did the same thing. And it's a generation and I like we raised it's time frame right. And we are in between disc floppy disk, disc, MP3 player, iPod, iPhone, Nokia 3310.
Exactly.
Which means we have the capability to change this bullshit. I love you and talk about that's really gay. What's gay about me telling you that I love you? There's nothing gay.
Anzi, in African culture, Anzi, showing emotion shows weakness.
Do you know the way we are raised and it? And they gunzi abakomana vachemi wakadona pepe usachemi mwanangu wakomana vachemi, and you grow up with that bullshit. That is why most people say, I would never cry in front of a woman. Fuck you, now cry.
That thing a good chance.
Bring tears. Don't give a shit if you are my girlfriend. If you think I'm weak because na chema pamberi pako, famba imainin. because kune unozati vasikana vakawanda vadoziva nini, they tend to make a mistake of not realizing who you are because they are used to you. Don't ever make that mistake. Just because you're used to me, yes, kauri ndiri Albert takuzwa chigia, but kune 500,000 wamasikana ndiri Prince Albert. Ndikapinda muchicken inn ndatotenga ice cream, wasikana wese cream inn vanenge vachitoscreama kuti hoyo mudhaya wasvika. Saka what makes you think that I would give a shit if one person said kuti I cried so I'm weak? No.
Ndauchema.
Ndautochema. Topogara apa. Handizoti zvazvako. Handizodaro, but I can drop a tear.
But you know what, Anzi, crying is actually therapy because after wachema you feel refreshed.
Do you know that there are spells that are done using tears? Because tears are very hard to generate on your anatomy.
You know what?
They can only be generated by two things: crying and laughing. Are the only two things that can generate. It is the same substance that's coming out, but it's coming out on different versions. So you are laughing, uruchema, but you are crying, reset, but uruchema. You understand? So dropping tears should not be taken lightly. Uruchema. What is that?
It's the highest level of emotion.
It's the highest level that you can show emotion. If I cry in front of you, it means I trust you.
Exactly.
I'm not a pasasaba and terminator. I don't have oil in a masim. Simply have flesh and zungurona, zondozantungurona.
Battery.
I don't have battery. Let's plug him in. That 10 o'clock. So moto. You can do that. You understand? So I always encourage people, and it's very hard to show someone your emotions. I know all of us wants to be gangsters, but you are not. You understand? I once went to prison and did it for I think 4 days. I think Harare Central Prison.
Yeah.
That's when I realized that most people lie that they are gangsters. You understand? There was this guy who was next to me. We went to court and he was given I think 8 months or so for I don't know what he did. And you know, when you're in prison, you don't have anything to do, so you're just reading. And I was not in prison; I was at remand prison. You understand? So you know, I was trying to play with this. These people were trying to show me some certain level of power, but I couldn't. I could have just called someone and not go there. But the thing is, sometimes for me to take away your power, I have to go through that which you are threatening me with. If you say I'm gonna get you arrested, then I'm gonna have to turn myself into the police. You understand? Which is what I did. Let's take a break. I'll tell you this story afterwards.
Remand.
Remand. You know, guys, remand is a very sensitive issue. You know, most people think they are very gangster or they are bad. You know, they like, Isuzu, this one match, we can do this to you.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Let me tell you. When I went there, I discovered that because that would say and the only credible thing that I had when I went there was I had the advantage that people knew me from television.
Yeah.
So even the guards were very kind to me. I didn't experience any problems. Like I could walk out, I could do this and that. But at the same time, it taught me that a lot of people who think they are gangsters or that bad, they are not. They are not, because munhu he was very loud in court. Like, hey, I told him I his Benz, but apparently had a problem with these guys. They had an accident, and you know, kind of get accident. And no bomba kwedu kaini chiti. Nduda say nduda kukuneta ndukona. So I can just tell you, sorry, Shaman, how do you think we can solve this problem? Even if we have a dispute, and I might not be able to solve that dispute, Papa. But imagine when so these people wanted to teach this guy a lesson. He was saying, he was talking about in a quit out and what, and then the judge said, quit out, bruh. Go to Shukuru before 8 months. You understand? Yeah. And he started crying, you know. I was like, I think it was about 4 a.m., right? I was waking up. I woke up because sometimes I can't sleep. Like I literally can't sleep. I think I spent a year sleeping only maybe from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. That was my sleeping time. People who really know me, or a person, especially a girl who has slept next to me, they would tell you kuti chero kanda koti ukanzi ndazopererwa hapana kana evidence ukataura kuti haanga akarara usiku hwese ndo inenge iri smoking gun yako because I don't sleep. Now I do sometimes, but I couldn't sleep from 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. 5 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I would sleep from 5 a.m. to 10.
Was that?
So this guy started crying, I think around 4.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Mr. Gangster's now crying. Nobody's gangster. You understand? Anyone can. Munhu wese chero wakapenga zverudzi gupi unoscream binywa. That's what I believe.
There's no such a thing as being gangster. Those people who are gangsters are the most sensitive. Those are the people who kill themselves if she's when they're going good stuff.
You would literally die right there instantly.
But you know what? As men, this is Majita, as men, as us as men, Andiga. Apana patofana kuregeza communicator if something hurts us.
Exactly. You get it.
Because at the end of the day, there's a statement which goes, hurt people, hurt people.
I hate people, and that's very true. Hurt people. That's because ndoza naitaura paipa kuti anyone anokudza kuti yenzi zvekuti baba vangu kana kuti kumba kwedu ari mukadzi zvinenewe. Don't marry that person. Let me say this to the camera. Gentlemen, statistically, men die before women. You understand? That's what you kune mamima ekuti that's why women live long. Don't prolong or kuisa padhuze death yako by marrying someone who hasn't confronted the issue ekuti ane daddy issues. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now, do not marry a girl anoramba kuti ane daddy issues iwa now asata daddy issues kusvika wasvika pa 18 years. When you reach to 18, it's your obligation to fix those things. Don't come here and tell us bullshit. Fuck you if you say good because we will not accept. They become a problem panoska 20 because you are supposed to deal with those problems. They will affect you. They will affect your children. They will affect everyone. Yeah. And it's not your fault. Now, disclaimer. I understand from birth kuti experience that the worst atrocities at the hands of men who they called their fathers. You understand? But you can live your whole life, which is really meter good relationships, a marriage or family irrevaluable because you are banking in the name of dead issue. Don't do it. Men are resilient. You understand? I'm not saying men are bad. I'm saying they are resilient. If my father wasn't there, fuck that nigga. Friend, I'm there in life.
Yeah.
And I would want my daughter to be, and I was happy to show him TikTok. So yeah, this guy I examples of my fathers I recall my man. Yes, they're deadbeat fathers, I understand. And I show men with their daughters vachipusha prema vachiberekeswa mwana vachidya ice cream and that podcast is very big. It's like 2 million followers, right?
Yeah.
I'm happy kuti vana baba vakaita seizvizvo handiti they are starting to realize kuti if you abandon your child you have created another problem. Ndo vava vekuti vanenge vachikuvashisha vane 16 mubhava.
That's what you call the generational curse.
Exactly.
Generational curses come from those issues. But then I've noted something. A boy child who comes from a single mother family goes far in life
than someone who comes, that a girl child who comes from a single mother family.
Exactly.
I was reading these messages. Wait. Can we take a short break? Let's take a short break.
Let's just.
My father never calls me, but he just did a missed call, so I just need to take a short break. And
he never calls you.
He does. He just sends messages, but right now he did a missed call, so I just want to ask what's wrong.
All right. Taking an ad break or a 10-hour break.
A very short break. We'll be back.
In it. Right.
Sorry, baba vanga vachifunza kuti mota yangu iri ku.
Papa's like I love you.
Yeah, baba vanga vachikwa papa's not I love you.
Do you know
baba vanga vada kuziva kuti mota yavo iri ku.
Do you know why chi? Why kuti I love you?
Wacha basiana nini. But anyway guys, we were talking about issue my daddy issues and I don't blame anyone who has daddy issues. There are people in this world who have suffered serious atrocities at the hands of men who they call their father. But guys, you can live your whole life and yes, it might not go away 100%, but just go at least by 80, kana by 72%, because you have dealt with that issue.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect you, doesn't affect your husband or your children. Yes, sometimes you have dark moments, right? But don't make it affect everything that you do, because man apani musikana ondakambodana one day does singaiti. Man angasina respect zvake. Waina sona kuti musikana ari kundida. But respect chaiyo. Let me tell you ladies, and I think maybe mesemunozazvinis. Men see respect as love. That's the only thing that unokonotengera wacho kanitengera chi, we just think you are buying it. That's affection, and we see that as affection. Love we interpret it as respect. And you interpret love if you buy me a car, I will see it as affection.
Let me interject, Andika. And you know that like in SA, the women who respect men, that's why that song, Yebo Baba, Scooter Baba, Yageta favors. Because we want that respect.
Men, I love you. It's generic. The grammar that you have used is like watidombo. It doesn't mean anything. You understand? But if you show me to not respect, that's why I once dated this person in garage and did Murku Yangwai, Mazeta say, Murraitere, Mukuda birthday cake here cannot see and it. At some point I walked into the Sekuru. It's a sign of respect. You understand? You can again say good wadi. It's weird ndikakuti wadi and zvangofanana neshamwari yako. I need you to understand kuti anchiti muri sei maswera sei chichi anditi it's respect. I have to respect you. Zvinhu zvaunofila kuti you are being respected. Andikona. And sometimes especially vasikana zvakaenda kuuniversity amene kuti pamunosvika mamoju munopiwa nedisrespect here every uyu nandiudzweini. Do you know what
Vaskana respect men are the girls on Blazer?
Exactly.
They see the older generation as.
Do you know why I say Blazer? They've got dead issues. So they need that father figure in their life. At 25, you still need that father figure. And I think when they're having sex, it's weird because I would assume they think that they're having sex with their father. Because how can you have sex with someone who is 70 years old?
Let's close that up. This episode is over. I'm walking out.
I know that people are going to come after me. I'm used to it, but I'm just saying.
Gweru podcast.
I'm just saying, guys, I need you to understand these things. When I say these things, I don't want you to come at me and say, oh, you hate or you don't like women. I love women. You understand? I've never done anything in my life for people to question my sexuality to a point that would never happen. I say these things because you have to correct them. Shorter word rekunzi ndozvandiri. What do you mean ndozvawuri? You were not born like that.
Do you know that women are snakes? Some women are snakes. They
99% of them.
They resort to the unthinkable just to prove a point.
Guys,
for example, I don't know about atipere, but most people who say uri gay, kuna atipere, it's because like that's the worst.
That's why 10 pasong, yeah. We don't do that here. There's a line in most women who hate on me are just bitter that I didn't wife them. You understand? Pane pamwe paunotoona kuti utori hit and run. Usatombo vaskana chero muka. I always tell people this. I'm gonna repeat it because I said it in my last episode, right?
Yeah.
Men don't run against biology. Ndiane munhu wakambonzwa murume achipatika kuti ndane 27 ansandaroora.
Yeah.
Who have you ever hapana? It's only girls who vakasvika 25 anenge achatoita depression. And atitokurori because tikasangana neune 30 questioning why uri wereshende why wakazoroorwa time dzese idzi
filile vidhaya.
Adiziyo tikatsanangire sei be humble. You can be 30 uchitofunzwa ndaona kuti number yako. Who does that? You can be 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You're asking me kuti waona kupi number dzangu. Are you crazy?
Wambola chimwe chivideo. This girl was 36 and So she was talking. She said, I'm looking for a man. Because you know, she could quite standards as long as she famous.
As long as the man is breathing.
No one could die.
It's fine.
So with that, let's close this up. Shout out to the province, Midlands. And last words, Albert.
My last words are, guys, you know me.
For this episode,
don't attack me in the streets. You know, I love women. I've done things with women that if I tell you, you'd never even begin to imagine or believe it. You understand? I'm just saying that I have a daughter myself. You understand? I have a twin sister. I'm the only guy in my family. Which means for you to tell me that I don't like women, it's weird. Because I was raised by women all around. So I'm just saying to you guys, please correct your attitudes. I saw Terro Gezi saying weird shit on Facebook.
No.
Let me, Bira. This is the reason why I tell you, don't make people popular unnecessarily. You understand? Because they feel like they're entitled to correct the course of 14 million people in Zimbabwe. What the fuck is she to tell people that I'm sofa? And I would ndakamona interview yake achitadza kuburitsa chirungu ku FM ndikati wow, this is the person who is supposed to take advice from. You understand? I have nothing against you. I'm just saying kuti when you are popular because she's not famous. Ndakana negoko hakuna munhu anokuziva. And I need people to understand something. We're 16 million in Zimbabwe. 5 million people maybe are on the internet. Maybe are on the internet. But maybe 700,000 are active. Ndikaenda newe kwabhuera kwamutamba amiwo hakuna munhu anoziva ati peri kana Terro Gezi.
Hey, we out.
Drop the mic.
Drop the mic.